So you want to be in our property? Okay, well, this is Ben Chai, the Doctor Who of business, doing a late night broadcast because things happen sometimes when you're in property and you need to be prepared for it. Now, I'm working in a house at the moment. The tenants were supposed to be due here last week, but things didn't quite work out okay. There were a lot of issues from the last set of students who were here, and so I've been working very, very late to try and rectify that. Obviously it's a weekend and some of the handyman and the builders aren't able to move as quickly, especially when you've got a very short turnaround of, like the students move out one day and then move in the next. So one of the issues has been not all the light bulbs work, for example, and I've been here late just making sure all the light bulbs are working. There's been issues about, I think one of the tenants said, when I lie down on the bed, there's stains I see. So I'm actually in that bedroom here, and you can see actually all the light bulbs are working except for one. That's that corner up there. And that seems to have a problem with a connection. So I'll have to get that sorted. The issue that they had when they were lying down, so here's the bed over here, is that they were looking up. Now I've actually painted out a lot of the problems, but the previous students had blue tack and sellotape marks all over it, and that was their complaint. In the cupboard, they went through all the cupboards. How prompt of them were they? And I think it was one of the hinges was loose here. So there's a little hinge there. And what it was, actually this one you can no that's on. And what we saw was that actually there was the hinge was fine. It's just that one of the screws had come out. Unfortunately, the tenant has moved all their stuff in here because one of the other things I like to do is wash the curtains before they get in. So these are the only curtains I haven't been able to wash. I've actually painted the windowsill a little because, again, there was a little bit of damage. And I don't have to do this, I guess, but I'm constantly looking for nicks, little scratches on wood and so on, and painting over it, just to get it right. Now, the old way of painting was to have magnolia. Yes, magnolia. And of course, the modern students, they actually hate magnolia. It's very old. And so we've been painting everything brilliant white. Now, in here, the students said this is the bathroom. They said, there's a problem with the grout, but actually it wasn't the grouting. They actually meant the silicone around the edge. So, again, that's something we've been doing, is just making that the bathroom, this is a top stairs bathroom, is waterproof. Recently I've been thinking I need to move all my bathrooms downstairs because they always seem to have a leak in student properties. These are you see these little marks here, there's just little nicks. Now, normally landlords don't look at that, but that's what I've been painting over. Actually, just those little scratches. So, actually in this house I've made sure that all the light bulbs work. That's fantastic. If this broadcast does go off, it's because as I get lower down, this is a 3-story HMO, as I get lower down, I lose connection. So that will be the end of the broadcast when I lose connection. Now the next problem we had was the banister. So this is the banister here. Here we go. And this wasn't attached properly to the wall, and so the students were complaining about it, but actually I thought there was an unfair complaint because like 4 of them were on this banister at the same time. And you can also see, as it's an HMO, we've actually got 3 fire hydrants. Fire hydrants. We've got a fire extinguisher. We've got one on every floor. And again, all the walls, if there's been a little bit of blue tack or whatever it is, I've been sanding it off and then painting it over white. Now, let's go into these bedrooms. So in this bedroom, the student had chucked out the bed. The bed, the bed looked like this one here. So this is a little single bed, and they I don't know what they did with it, but they put in a double like this. This is a double bed. Here we go, double bed. Yay! Yes, wonderful, great, and of course. They didn't tell me that. They'd also broken the bed, and then they broke that one as well. So again today, last minute, trying to find I only got the report actually on Friday, and so it's a good thing I have a garage which has a lot of spare stuff in it, so I'll be able to get a single bed in here. And because two beds were kind of wrecked again this afternoon, again, it's a good thing that I have some spare new beds around. I've got a spare mini double which we've put in here with a nice top. Now, another problem that we've had is 3 large desks were really badly damaged. 3 large desks. I'll show you the damage because we haven't repaired it on this one yet. On this one. Hold on. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, so here's the desk, but if you can't see it, it's just been very badly scratched. And the desks are massive actually. So we've got 2 ways to repair that. One was just to get to, again, I'm very fortunate, I've got all these spare desks in here, so over here is a spare desk that I've been able to build. And the other thing that I was looking at is some of these desks have been damaged because the students have been sitting on them. So another thing that we've done is we've actually, instead of repairing the desk, we've just used another top and put that top and doubled it up. So it's actually strengthened. We've got a brand new top for this student, but it's also much stronger if they do accidentally sit on it. Painting the bathroom, so this bathroom is fantastic, but as I was going around I found there's a little leak under here, so that was a bit of a pain in the neck there. That's going to have to be repaired tomorrow. Hopefully the student will come on Wednesday or Thursday. And yeah, so that's been an issue. Over here the blinds were, I don't know why they did this, but can you see there's an air vent? See that air vent there? Well, the student had actually put plastic bag all over it. Maybe it was letting in cold air, or I don't know what. But obviously they'd been drying clothes in here, and so mold had grown on some of the walls and the curtain, which is a set of blinds. So it was just impossible for me to wash it. So again, tomorrow I'm going to have to go and get a brand new curtain rail and curtain for the students in this bedroom. So yeah, that's it. Oh no, another thing, the rails. The rails. You see, this is rail. So I've rehung this curtain, but what they tend to do is they tend to break the hangers for the curtains. So again, there was like I don't know, three of these little hangers for the curtains on both sides, and I've had to go and obviously replace them. So always great to keep a whole bunch spare. Something else I have to buy for tomorrow. Oops. Some bulbs. I don't know what's gone on here, but these lights here, they don't have the bulbs in them. So students have been comparing about that. And yes, very interesting. Now, another problem that you might tend to get with your student rentals is this is a shoe rack. Now, this was brought in by a previous student, and we got complaints by the new students that it was broken. And I'm thinking, but actually that's got nothing to do with us. Anyway, we've repaired that. This window is missing a window opener. You can see there's the arm over here, so that's another one I'm going to have to get. We also had the radiator valve missing, so that's that valve there that's been replaced. Hello, where are you? Let me see. That's the brown. No, you can't see it. It's just in that corner behind the desk. But it's the one that turns the radiator on and off. And you can get those very. Oh, mine. What did mine cost? I think it cost me about £24 from Screwfix. We've got a local Screwfix. Yes, I know you can order it online and get it cheaper, but this is an emergency. Thank goodness for emergency companies who are open. All right, let's go downstairs. Oh, here's the fire, our fire extinguisher on the second floor, and let's turn off this light. Just going down, turning lights off. Oh my goodness, we had a cleaner. And I'll tell you what, look at the state of this toilet. They didn't clean it properly. It's just horrible. Yeah. You always wanted to see in the bottom of a toilet, didn't you? So I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it does make me laugh. All right, let's see. Now, if I get disconnected, then this will be the last bit of the broadcast. Anyway, one of the other challenges I've had is that the students were complaining that the house smelled a lot, but actually, you notice I've opened all the windows. The windows had been shut for a couple of months, really. I don't know why. Maybe the other tenants had left or something because it was summer, so it was just really stuffy. But it smells great now that the house has been aired a little. So now we're going down to the first floor. Hopefully, the broadcast will still be here, but if it isn't, then it's like, thanks guys for tuning in. So now we're on the ground floor, and this is the entrance to the ground floor. This is the downstairs little toilet which I've been working on repainting and making look nice. It's a bit dark in here, and you see those blinds here. Student, we put this there, it doesn't work actually, and we said to the students, it doesn't work, and they said, oh man, yeah, but it needs to be there because there's no frosted glass. Actually, there is a curtain behind there, but they don't understand that you can't actually see through the curtain. We did ask them to go outside, have somebody in here and try and look through the window. Yeah. And that's actually something else that you might have to do if you're doing student lets, is quite often this is the first time students have lived out, and they're very concerned about so many things which actually they'll probably go and damage themselves, like that blue tack painting that when the student had left blue tack all over the ceiling, and I had to clean it up myself, but the other students will probably make the same mistake. They're very worried they're going to be ripped off, so they tend to perhaps I'm not sure why, but they tend to lie to everybody because I think they think they're going to be ripped off otherwise. So just be a little bit careful of that. Now, what else am I doing? So I'll probably be working here a little bit late because I'll be working in here in the kitchen. Look at that. It's a new kitchen. Needs lots of painting, and this is where I lose connection. But here you go. So brand new kitchen. Wonderful. Brilliant white kitchen. It used to be a really grubby, horrible... It was a terrible kitchen. It was very old and falling to pieces. And one of the students who'd seen it before they took on the house said, oh, I prefer the old kitchen. I'm thinking, what are you on? It was dirty, it was filthy, it didn't work. And then they complained, that was the other funny thing. They said, oh, this house is not fit to live in. And I'm thinking, I just got you a new kitchen, which has cost me kind of like £4,000. So here's the last desk down here. And you can see that what we've done to fix this desk is actually put a new top over the existing top, because students actually sit on here, and this was collapsing underneath. And so not only does that give this particular desk extra strength, but also they have a brand new top. Yay! All right, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight on this Sunday night on letting a house out. So I know that some of you are very reliant on your letting agents, as am I, but sometimes I know this is passive income, but you just have to get involved. Another recent thing I had to get involved in is there's a student who feels that they know more than the builders, more than the letting agent, more than the landlord, keeps telling out everyone what to do, and tells half-truths to each side. So everyone's starting to fight. And I said, you know, I've dealt with these kinds of students before. They're playing you, and the best thing you could ever do with those students is not to have